How to create a user registration system with email verification in PHP MySQL. Let us start with a simple user table with 3 fields: user ID, primary key, and auto increment. User email set to unique to prevent multiple registrations. And the password. Next, a user's hash table to provide security during account activation. User ID, primary and foreign key. A timestamp. And a hash field. With the database in place, we can now build a library to work with it. Start by defining a user's class, the database settings, and create a user's object. Connect to the database when the object is created. Close the connection when the object is destroyed. Add a helper function to run in SQL query. And a helper function to get a user by ID or email. With that, we can now deal with the registration process. Create a register function that accepts an email and password. Simply check if the email is already registered. Then create the account. To deal with the verification, we will call another function to send out an activation link. For security, create a hash for the activation link. Also, users with this hash will be marked as unverified accounts. Send the activation link to the user. Include the user ID and hash in the link. Finally, all that's left is the verification. Create a verify function to follow up, accept an ID and hash. Check if the user ID is valid. Check if the user is already activated. Add a time limit so that activation links will expire. Lastly, check if the hash matches the one in the database. Delete the hash and activate the account if they match. For the registration page, it is only a simple form. On Submit, use the library to process the registration and send the activation link. Take note that the account is created along with the hash. The activation link also includes the user ID and hash. To complete the activation page, all we need is to pass the ID and hash to the library. To resend the activation link, create another simple form. On Submit, use the activation library function to send the link. Modify the function such that it differentiates between registration and resend. If both email and user ID are provided, it is registration. But if the ID is omitted, it is resend. On resend, we will check if the provided email is a valid user. Check if the user is already activated. Lastly, add a time limit to prevent spamming. That's all for this short tutorial. Like and subscribe for more.